All right, all right. Got a real good live for y'all, man. I don't know how many people gonna tune in, but it's a special time. Yeah, it's that energy, man. I told y'all. For those who follow me on YouTube, follow James Spin on YouTube. Yeah, build and destroy. Number 8. So, for those who know, your boy P Diddy, Puffy, no Diddy, no doubt, just got busted. Well, they raided his house. Most of his house down here in Florida, Miami, be more specific. What they call it, Starboard Island, got raided. His house in Los Angeles. So I think 2 other houses. I think he had one in New York. I think in Chicago and some other places. So y'all know the news. I should have to tell y'all going to really what happened. So allegedly been involved in raid, was got a lot of charges. Sex trafficking, prostitution, drugs, etc., etc. They just got his little mule that was running, I guess, the stuff, carrying the stuff on. All kind of stuff, man. All kind of things. But once I tell y'all, these artists, the industry, is not what you think it is, man. This realm is based off of smoke and mirrors. A lot of people are not who you think they are. All right? And it's bigger than Diddy. Diddy is, getting a slow connection. All right. Diddy is the fall guy for this particular thing that they saying, well, hey, he did something we didn't like. We're going to let him have it. So, we could protect ourselves. What we don't realize is the bigger ones that everybody, mentioned by Epstein, all that's coming out too. All that's coming out. See, when they sacrifice certain people, melanated ones who do the wrong, do the evil, they end up doing that. What they're going to end up doing by default, since this is the year of build and destroy, some say karma, reaping and sowing, harvesting. By default, they're going to get back. It's going to be done to them too. So he going to throw them out there. They're going to throw Diddy out there, and Diddy going to throw them out there. Already, we see the former CEO of Motown Records. Her name is Ethiopia Hamariyam, if I'm saying her name right, butcher her name. I'm not that good with Amharic, Bama Amarina as I used to be, right? Official language Ethiopia. But she's already giving him up. So her name was involved, and I saw the court documents. Her name and many other people's names were involved, right? Or associated with things that was going on. So so they're gonna throw each other under the bus or over the bridge when it comes to this, man. And it's one of those things where people say, yeah, why now, this, that, other, because yeah, you can say why now? Why now? Why I gotta be a black man? I hear all that. You got other people who got away. They didn't get away, but you could say in their system who got away, right? Their own system isn't going to get away. Nobody is going to get away this year and next year. Nobody. I don't care what no judge, what no lawyer says. Oh, you're free to go. The Most High didn't say that. You're not free to go. If you haven't paid for what you did, for the evil that you done, you're not free to go. Okay? So just know that. All right? The Most High has all the power. The Most High Yah has all the power. So anyway, so we're seeing that quick, fast. And I think right the day after that, we had, Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. I say build and destroy. Number 8. Build and destroy. And they mention how that's going to do for the economy and involving black people and all that. And people say, well, what's this thing with Diddy? So they trying to affect a black man, try to affect black people. And they don't do nothing when white people do wrong. They just do on the bus. They don't make all that noise. Or this, ship that hit the bridge in Baltimore and knocked the bridge down, all that. It's an inside job, and how it affect black people and affect everybody. As the word says, I will clean up the house of God first, right? Paraphrasing, like, correction or judgment should start in the house of God first. So the body of Christ, his children, cleaning will start, judgment will start first. As the words say, whoever is with the Gentile, go down with the Gentile. So if you are uncircumcised in heart, you're going down with the uncircumcised. So that's Jeremiah. That's in the Bible. So yeah, it's that time. So the Most High didn't say, no, the Most High didn't say that these things were not going to happen the way they were. Like I say, it's divine. This year is divine. So when people looking at it from divine time that the Most High has, it's not, in a sense, it's not for our doom, right? This stuff that's happening is not for our doom. It's cleaning house for both sides. But the judgment must start in the house of Judah, or the house of God, first, right? Because you're supposed to know better, but you're not doing better. So before I can really get at them, y'all had so much time to get together. I had to get y'all together. Have to wake y'all up and clear y'all out, so y'all won't get in the way of the people that I have to really do the works. Because you're doing it on your time and not on my time. You're trying to get salvation your way and not through the way that the path that Yah has laid for us to get it. All right. So the Most High is doing that. All right. So, all right. You're going to get it. And here they come. And everything they did for y'all will be done to them double. As it says in Revelation, give unto her double. Give to Babylon, give to her double. Okay? So, yeah. It's that time, man. It's that time. I'm telling you, man, the things is happening. It's manifesting. You wake up. Today, I tell you, the Most High will make a way. I tell you, man, that's all I know. That's all I'm going to say. I woke up. Stuff is so much coming up on top of each other. And my birthday is coming up on Sunday. But then I have something to go to before that is, a sad event. Rest in peace. I have to, pay respects. But today, after that, is my birthday. So then you got Easter Sunday, like all this stuff, like I told someone, I said, don't worry about trying to do too much, for my birthday. Like, you know what I mean? So much stuff. But it's all that y'all, get the glory. You feel me? Like all this stuff is for the greater good. But we're seeing that. So I'm just trying to absorb all this stuff. But like that's going on right now. So we have that. Sean Diddy, Puffy Combs, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, No Diddy, and what that symbolized. And, all this stuff is connected. Like I said, with that happening, I think on the 25th or 26th, I believe a few hours after we had the worm moon, I believe on the 25th, eclipse, right? Had the worm moon for eclipse, lunar eclipse. Cause we got the solar eclipse coming up on April 8th. So when that happened, that was a sign. Big sign, and worms, and people going to about, the weird year of the dragon, it happening during Libra, the eclipse and all that, etc., right? And Libra deals with justice, etc. But one thing don't deal with say that, of course, the eclipse happened in the full moon, but also during the worm moon. And also, I had a science project I did about worms and light. And when you turn on the light, it causes the worms, I believe, to come out the ground, out the dirt. So when there's no light, I believe they're underground. But when you turn the light on, they start to come out, if I remember right. So, yeah. So what's down in the dark will come to the light. So shine a light on all this stuff. Okay? But yeah, but for that to happen, it's a sign. And, you know, something else happened. Hey, the Most High ain't playing for all y'all out there, man, in the house of Israel that's, you know, getting over on your own people, doing stuff to your own people, selling stuff to your own people, et cetera, you know, doing poison. Hey, man, if them people ain't came at you today, they gonna come at you tomorrow. And if they don't come at you, the Most High is gonna send something else or send somebody else to come at you, man. So try to drop whatever you got going on. If you got a way out, man, hey, get out. Okay? Like the movie, because this ain't the year. All the stuff you did, whoo, man, it's coming fast. Good and the bad. If you put out the good seeds, it's gonna come to you. Fast, real quick in a hurry, before you could blink. But if you did a lot of bad seeds, whoo, man. Then, you know, springtime, right? It's a new beginning. This is the official new year. You know what I'm saying? Around the end of March, beginning of April. This has always been the official new year. Going back, even up to the Romans time, going back in history, all the way up to the time of the Romans, I think it's like maybe about 500 some maybe years ago. So it's you know, we have this Gregorian calendar. I keep saying slow connection. So I hope y'all picking up this live. I don't know why it's talking about slow connection, all that. But yeah, so that's where we at right now. So with that, but yeah, so dealing with build and destroy energy, like I say, you're dealing with number 8. 8 is infinity. You know, you got 2 circles, right? So what, you know, action, then you got what? Reaction, right? Some say you got yin, you got yang, you got this, that, right? You got duality, male, female, 2 circles, etc., right? But you have the 2 circles. Number 8, also in the Bible, deals with a lot of stuff too, right? So this is happening on the 8th. Slow connection again. Okay, happened on the 8th. So April 8th, we're dealing with the number 8 again, but a solar eclipse, which is going to be April 8th. And then how you get 8? 4 plus 4 is 8, right? So April is 4, coordinate time. Then you got 8th. You got 2024. That's what? Number 8. So you got 2 8s, 88. What that's dealing with? Some will say HH, but ain't dealing with that. For those who know, ain't not dealing with that. That's a whole nother thing. So you're dealing with that radiation, atomic energy, and this is a special eclipse, man. Special eclipse. So dealing with 8. So that's what the eclipse. It's still saying slow connection. I hope this live is picking up. The number 8 is dealing with, you know, build and destroy, but also a new beginning as well. Okay, as we see in the Bible, we have the 8th person, Noah, as it says, 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse. Okay. Excuse me, 2 Peter 2 and 5. In the KJV New Testament. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment, verse 5, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood Okay. Bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. Let me read it again. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person. Number 8. A preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. Okay. Bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. So this world that once is living in, as we see, it has to be things has to be renewed. Things have to be destroyed. Okay. The old paradigm, because it's too much wickedness going on. And ones of y'all don't see it as that. All right. It's just like, certain pets, animals can't even do animal stuff because they gonna catch, what the cats have. FIV. I just learned about that a few days ago or a day ago. So cats can't even scratch each other and play around and have sex. They can catch stuff. It's just like, things in nature can't even be nature without dying off soon. So many viruses, so many parasites, so many diseases. And that's a sign of what? The end times, pestilence, earthquakes, all these things that we've seen. Okay? Riots, lawlessness, all kind of stuff. Nation against nation, wars, rumors of wars. Russia, Ukraine, Afghanistan, all this stuff, right? So it's time to get ready. All right. So that's also the destroy aspect for the what? The rebuilding, the renewing. So the old world got destroyed, the old world. And this is why too, during the eclipse, a lot of people are nervous and paranoid, because the eclipse represents what? A new energy, a new, as someone I know said, the eclipse means also what? To cut, or energy cut, or cut, clips, cut off, right? So, as we see the Bible, mention how Noah being the eighth person. So we're dealing with the number 8 again. And what that represents. So 8 is, the cut, we got the circumcision, also happens on the what? 8th day. A male child is supposed to be circumcised on the 8th day. Also, we got, and that's Leviticus 12:3. We got, 8 men contributed to the New Testament. Abraham and his 8 sons. 8 times Yeshua showed himself after the resurrection, right? So we see the number 8 has great significance, especially dealing with life after death, or a new life, being destroyed, or being something being laid down, taken down, and then, brought up anew. And I believe, as to who the world called Jesus Christ, as should be called Yeshua HaMashiach in the Hebrew, as the word called Jesus Christ, I believe it's 888, and I think Roman numeral or something like that, if I have it right. So it's 888 equals Jesus, I believe, right? So 888. So the 8, there's a lot with that Christ energy, that new rising of that Christ-like energy, consciousness into the earth. Okay. So, and then, like I say, dealing with a cycle, the cycle energy, you got the cycles, circle and circle. And everybody is scared of that new energy. Excuse me, y'all. Cut this live short. I got things going on. Or they got things going on. The Christ energy. So 8 deals with that. Deals with a lot of that. So, so when you have, I'm trying to get my thought again. So yeah, so 8 is dealing with, building destroy energy, a resurrection, and a lot of people being afraid, as Yeshua 888 or Jesus 888 deals with resurrection, deals with the new belief as one's had, right? We had the age of, I believe, was it I think it was Taurus, but I think I remember right. Then came the age of Pisces, the fish, with Yeshua, with Christ coming in. So we had 2,100 something years of that. Now we have the age of Aquarius. So every 2,160 years is beginning and end of a new age. But, got crucified because he bringing something that really isn't new, but it's new to them, new to the Pharisees and Sadducees. So they wish to stone him. They said, we got to get rid of this. This is something that we can't control. We can't understand. So just like that, when it comes to trans people, a lot of people want to destroy that because they can't understand how can people think with both sides of your brain. How can you use both hands? Ambidextrous, right? Dealing with the balance of both the male and the female. And what can happen where, people not really working for stuff, they thinking about stuff, and those things that you think about is happening. You only have to really say it. You could just think it. I mean, you could just dream it. I mean, this stuff, man, I don't want to, I'm telling you, you could just dream some stuff and wake up now, and it's like, yo, you thinking you in a dream. Like, I was just like, yo, you feel me? And somebody hit you on the phone like, hey, da, 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 da. And you like, it makes, yo, I have to, am I dreaming it? Because I felt like I'm like, if life is but a dream, it's going to definitely feel like that this year. So I tell people, be careful of your thoughts, be mindful of your thoughts, especially if you have a connection with the Most High and in Christ consciousness. The, things that you could think can just, happen, man. It's like that. The energy is rising, and if you rising with the new energy, that's up, that's dealing with that. It's dealing with that. That is, some say fifth dimension, higher dimension energy, where you're not even, you don't have to really do all this physical stuff to make things happen. You just think on it, and there it is. So if you want to, fly somewhere, get somewhere, you just think about it, and there it is. As the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you want to just, I guess it be a martial artist, or you want to be good at what you just think it, and it happens. So some slower than others, some faster than others, but it's going to happen regardless. So be mindful of that. All right, but that's just where we at right now. 8, build and destroy. Be ready for a lot of different things and changes and stuff to be happening. And don't be afraid of those changes. So a lot of people, they afraid of the changes. They already eclipse, so this, that, and other, and they, going to be tense. And, that's kind of natural to kind of be tense before, especially a total solar eclipse, so especially one that we're having with this, making an X this time. And what that represents, many times I don't went into that, but how that deals with Exodus and what deals with the children of Israel, those, native blacks here in America and scattered abroad, the four corners of earth, and what that deals with. So I went into that, with X Marshall Spot and X and Tove and their lives. So you can probably check my other lives, or even check other people's lives on YouTube who go deeper into that, the meaning of the eclipse, but X. And I believe, and Nineveh and Jonah, the son of Jonah, 3 days and 3 nights, etc., etc. But it's definitely that. But those who are of the fold of the Most High's, ones that are sitting out to do the work, man, you don't have to be afraid of these signs, because your salvation is right around the corner. But for those who still just caught up in this system of doing things that it's really tearing up the mind, tearing up the body, tearing up the family structure, tearing up a lot of things. Even the food, you can't really eat no good food. It's tearing up because everything is based off of money, work, money, and it's not built off of love. It's not built off of lasting long relationships and connecting with people and people being trustworthy. It's all about just, if I got money, if I got fame. But a lot of people realize they don't have nothing. That's why they do all these drugs. That's why they got to have all these escapes to, because they don't have nothing. They got money, but they don't have nothing else. So they have to use the money and the cars to cope with what they, can't buy, and that's a peace of mind That's love. That's people who really care about you and love you and everything. And that's God. Because if you got the Most High God in your life, then you got all the love, all the stuff, you could ever need and more. All right. Because the Most High is all in all. You feel me? So, yeah. So, that don't mean nothing if you don't have it. But as the Bible says, what profit a man to gain the whole world, lose his own soul? You feel me? So the rich man said, if you want to enter the kingdom of heaven, sell everything you have and you'll be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Come follow me and you'll be perfect. And the man cried because he had so many possessions. Those possessions got in the way of the spirit. So you have ones who, you have trouble being successful in society because, this society is built off of the flesh, and the kingdom is what? Built off of the spirit. So, to make it in this world, you got to be carnal in the head, carnal as I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? So, those things don't really matter. And it gets in the way of who you really truly are. And that's the spirit, man. As the Most High told Jeremiah, I think it was Jeremiah chapter 16, book of Jeremiah, he said, before I formed in your mother's womb, I knew you was a prophet. So before I even formed, so that's who you really are. You are, but you can't see. This flesh and this material stuff, this is temporary. That's why people, they can't understand, transition, being transgender, because what the Native Americans call them, two-spirited. Two-spirited. We would name people off the spirit. We didn't really go so much off the flesh. No, we were non-ether beings. We were beings that existed beyond the flesh. All right. We was in a more godlike state of mind. Hell, even maybe just 1,000 years ago in certain parts of the place, man, where we recognized man was just more than physical, than flesh. Even the samurai recognized that. They said a paradoxical people. Said the sword was the soul of the samurai. All right. So Native Americans, two-spirited people, were called trans. You would call a person, a wolf, bear, and all this kind of stuff, right? Spirit animal, off the spirit. Off their spirit. You would name them off the spirit and what it was going to do. You couldn't see what that child was going to do, but you would name them based off of something great that they was going to do. That's when people realize, I should name my child that. Words, sound, power, the energy, frequency. So just because somebody looks a certain way don't mean that they necessarily have their energy. Just because somebody big don't mean they bad or they tough. So just because somebody is born with male genitalia don't mean that they have a male mind or that they have a male spirit. All right. So, and what the Bible say about what judging according to the spirit, right? Having the spirit. So that's what we're getting forward to. That's what we get. And a lot of people, they are nervous because they just used to this physical, carnal society, and they don't know or really understand the spiritual realm and what that, what that really deals with. So just like prime example for people who don't understand what I'm saying or people like me are saying on these lives, they're the ones who are really going to be afraid, who really are afraid of that change. Well, not everybody, but you know what I'm saying? Certain people, they're going to be really afraid of the change because this is all they know for certain people. And certain people know they want to catch up, but for certain people, like, they can't really understand, really know deep, not really deep, but just, real good spiritual words about how the spirit, something that can really nourish the spirit, because all they know is if it don't nourish my physical body, then I don't want to hear it. I don't know what you talk about. It doesn't make any sense, right? So I can't make sense of it. So therefore, I'm scared of it and I can't control it and I'm scared to let go. So that's what this eclipse is about, letting go, build and destroy. New beginning, letting go. It's April, springtime. It's the official new year. Everything, starts in the Hebrew, but also not the Hebrew, but just most cultures all over the world. It was, April, right? In the March and April was the real official new year. Like I said, you go outside, everything is, springing again. Everything is everything. That which was dead is alive. So not January, April. So that's what this whole Easter Bunny thing and all that pagan stuff, Easter Bunny with the egg. But even that is dealing with the whole fertility, right? Because what? Fertility deals with birth. And usually when you're born, that's what new. That's a new life, new all that, right? But even, like I say, the Romans, all that, everybody understood that it was, April was the official, beginning of April into March was the beginning of the new year, right? So, and I believe New Year is, I think it's a Rosh Hashanah, if I have it right, in the Hebrew. But anyway, I kind of went on, was going to say this long. I hope y'all heard what I said, because, when I'm bringing this kind of stuff out, they try to give me a little slow connection thing on my lives. But this is what I have to say about that. Y'all be good. And like I say, build and destroy. Lunar eclipse, baby. Total eclipse. Clip 8. Build and destroy. Be great. And see y'all later. And shalom. And for those who see this, the Sabbath coming up, Shabbat Shalom. In the next 2 days. So. All right. Be good.